Micah Frankel, Caged Minds. Our guest right now, Amanda Lovato. We're talking about boxing, the Lujan Brawl Legacy Boxing Promotions on August 13th. First off, ma'am, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for the time jumping in on short notice. We know that's no problem for you. You're replacing India Rodriguez and going to be taking on, I wouldn't call her a teammate, but you and Katherine have sparred before. So, how does this fight come together?
Oh, honestly, I'm super pumped about this fight. Me and Kat are actually pretty good friends. So we haven't only sparred together. I ran a marathon with her. I think I mentioned last time we have talked like on a weekly basis since we've signed our contracts. Like we're really good friends. But for me, this is quite refreshing because I think we're both taking it as business, you know? It's we're both here to fight and we're both here to make some money. And it's kind of cool because I think on the regional scene, like since I was an amateur, you don't see this anymore. I know like there's been like talks of other people have been asked to fight other people from gyms and they'll be like, no, that's my friend, I don't want to fight them. And it's no different than sparring with your friends, you know, except we're going to make money and one of us is going to win and one of us is going to lose. But it almost feels like old school when I started like 10 years ago where you're fighting girls from all of the gyms. So it's kind of cool. And I fought a lot of girls actually for Rosales during my amateur days. So I'm pretty pumped. Kat's an awesome lady. And I think it's an honor to share the ring with her.
So, no hesitation when the fight was offered. Did you call her? How'd that come together?
Arlene just asked me if I would be interested in fighting her. And I said, yeah, like if she's game with it, I'm game with it too, because technically on paper, we're both single moms just trying to raise some good boys. Cause I know she's a boy mom too. And so why not? Like I haven't got to fight here at home since my cage debut in 2013. So I'm excited for my family and friends to be able to go to the event instead of having to watch like a stream feed. So, and Arlene got the fight for me. I said, yes, I'm already usually working hard. So it was just like a go. And me and Kat, like I said, we've talked like on a weekly basis. We're super cool and we're friends and we're going to be probably friends after we fight too.
That's really cool how that comes together. Do you feel then that you two are really familiar with each other with how much you've sparred?
I think so in a way, but maybe like not like the most. Like I know I've never like I haven't got to see Kat fight live, so I don't know how she is fight night, but I know how I've been fight night like the last year and a half. So it's just another day. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't think there's going to be any hostility between either of us, but I know both of us are excited. I believe we're doing like a meet and greet together over the weekend. So it's just like two friends that are going to go beat each other up and then we'll be cool again after.
Do we have any more details where that's going to be yet? The meet and greet.
I believe I was talking to Kat this morning and we haven't gotten official yet, but I want to say it's going to be off of Osuna and San Mateo. I forget the name of the spot that she gave me, but I will post about it later this week once we have everything finalized.
Are you surprised that it's been almost a decade, you said, since you fought locally?
I think it's honestly crazy. It's kind of cool that I'm still around and still doing it, but it's just every fight that I've had to be here. I was supposed to be on a couple of the Jackson series cards and all those fights fell through. So it's kind of like really cool that I get to fight here at home. I have a lot of friends from work going. Like I said, my family is going. I have my friends from the gym going. So it's just like a lot of good vibes going into this one, you know?
A lot of fighters got to get that animosity, bring that intensity when they're getting ready for a fight. Guessing you're not that way because, well, you're fighting your friend and you're fine with it. So there's obviously not a need to have to hate your opponent in there.
Honestly, I think I'm the opposite of a lot of fighters. Like, I think once I get into the ring, that switches on. But I've really just worked on things differently the last year and a half, and I don't get nervous to fight anymore. Like, I have a real job. I'm working on something, like towards something in school. So literally fighting is like my escape and what I get to do for fun. So why am I going to be like angry that I'm going to go fight somebody when if you see me go into the gym, I'm this goofy person who just smiles at you. And even like a couple of my coaches and teammates will be like, why are you smiling all the time? Why are you smiling all the time? It's like, because this is fun. I love this.
October, you got the win in MMA. Followed that up to close out last year with another victory. That's when you jump back into the ring here just a couple months ago in June. Long awaited local matchup, and you defeat Randy Morales. What was it like, one, to continue the win streak, and two, just that fight overall?
Honestly, I knew it was a close fight with Randy. I thought I had outpointed her because she was going through for the knockout. I will give Randy Morales that. I sparred with her a few times, and I honestly don't remember her hitting that hard. And she was trying to drop me, but I think I held composure just the way I needed to, and I was able to outpoint her. But I don't know. I thought I won the fight. I think it was a good fight. I think going into this one, we've got to make a little bit more progress and fix a lot of the holes that we found in my last boxing match. But I didn't know how the decision was going to go, only because we were in her hometown. But all three judges scored it for me, so it was a really cool feeling, and I'm excited to do it again. Like I said, I'm gonna dabble probably in the boxing and MMA just until I can rebuild my MMA career. But boxing is a lot of fun. I think it's a little bit harder than MMA, but I'm sticking with it.
I thought you looked light on your feet, that you were scoring well. Hello there. And that you had won.
I didn't feel like I lost any of the rounds. We went 6 rounds, and I gave myself all 6 rounds. I think at the beginning of the first 2 rounds, she came out really hot and she caught me with a couple of good shots, but I was able to remain composed and do what my coaches wanted me to do.
Did you feel that there was a lot of improvements then, just as a fighter, as a martial artist that night, compared to when we had seen you in the cage 6 months before?
Yeah, I honestly think with each fight I get better and better. Like, we really look at what I need to work on and what I need to fix, and we fix what needs to be fixed. And I think come next Saturday, you guys are going to see probably the best version of me. And if I could take that into every fight, that the best version of me is coming out and we're getting better and better, then I'm going to succeed no matter what I want to do.
Where do you put the expectations at as far as your performance for next weekend?
Next weekend, I think it's just going to be a really good fight, but I think I have a lot more fighting experience than Kat does. So I think that's kind of just going to be the advantage for me, that I've been in the spotlight and in fights maybe a little bit more than her. Because I was doing the math, I think this is going to be my 12th pro fight between MMA and boxing. And so I've had 24 fights between my amateur and my pro career, and I think experience will play a big part in it.
What do you think it's going to be like to hear that hometown roar?
It's going to be pretty refreshing, only because it hasn't happened in a long time.
Look forward to seeing it. Amanda Lovato, thank you for the time, ma'am.
Thank you.